What's up guys, it's Cody here, and today in this video we're going to be talking about the 5 iPhone 10 features that Apple didn't talk about at the Apple event. Now some of these features are positive and some of them are not so positive, so let's jump in and let's see what we got. Now the first thing I want to talk about is fast charging. So this is not something that's only going to be available on the iPhone 10, but also on the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus. Now this is something that they didn't mention in the Apple event, but if you take a look on the Apple website, directly on the Apple website, it says that you can fast charge a device from 0 up to 50% in 30 minutes. Now there is a caveat to this though, and that's that you have to have the right adapter. So in the Apple footnotes where it talks about fast charging on the Apple website, it says that the testing conducted by Apple in August 2017 using pre-production iPhone 10 units and software and accessory Apple USB-C power adapters, which will be the 29 watt, 61 watt, and 87 watt models, the fast charge testing conducted with drained iPhone units. And charge time varies with environmental factors. Actual results may vary. So basically what it's saying is that it could get up to 50% in 30 minutes if you use these USB-C type adapters. But of course, what's in the box that comes with the iPhone 10? A 5 watt power adapter that we always get with all of our iPhones. Even though it's proven that the iPhone, not even the iPhone 10, I'm talking about like the iPhone 7, can pull more power than a 5 watt power adapter can supply. And I actually did a video on this testing the battery limits and showing you the differences between charging between a 5 watt power adapter, which you get with your iPhone, and like an iPad charger. So if you want to check out that video, I'll link it in the description. But being able to fast charge up to 50% in 30 minutes, that sounds like a good deal to me, even if I do have to buy another power adapter, which I think is stupid, but I'll do it. Next, the iPhone 10 is getting a lot of hate for that little notch right up at the top. And I don't think that I'm as upset as everybody else about this, or as a lot of people about this, but I can say that I think they probably could have figured something out that looked a little bit better. I understand they did the best that they could in the time restraints that they had, but you can see this mock-up right here that would make it look just so much better, I think, just with that notch not there anymore and just a tiny little bezel at the top of the device. And it just makes the iPhone just look a whole lot sleeker than it does with that forehead or whatever you want to call it. But even though all these people are upset about this notch because, you know, you can see it when you're playing videos, well, you can actually resize the video images to not include that notch. So it would be a little bit smaller, and basically what it's going to do is it's going to black out those ears at the top of the device. So if it's blacked out, it looks like the iPhone 10 has a bezel, but you don't have video playing behind that notch, if that makes sense. So if you hate the notch that much, then there's a way to get rid of it when you're watching video. Next, let's talk about the OLED screen. Now there's been some devices that have an OLED screen that have had this issue where you get a burn-in on the screen. So if you don't know what a burn-in is, it's basically when you leave a static image on the screen for way too long, and then no matter what you do, that image still is kind of there, like a ghost of that image, because it's burnt into the screen. So there's ways to fix this, but what we really want to do is avoid it altogether. So inside iOS 11, there's apparently some software that's going to help mitigate burn-in screens on OLED panels. And they might even do pixel shifting when you're not looking at the screen. Since they have that camera and they know when you're looking at the screen with your eyes, they might do pixel shifting in order to help avoid that burn-in on the OLED as well. And this is something that consumers and people that are buying the iPhone 10 aren't really thinking about. They're not thinking about, you know, I hope I don't get a burnt-in image in my iPhone 10 that I just paid, you know, $1,243 for with tax. I'm pretty sure that's right. So I'm glad they took some steps in order to mitigate that in iOS 11. Now the next thing they didn't talk about, which is a real bummer, is how fast the iPhone 10 and iPhone 8 and 8 Plus are going to charge on a Qi wireless pad. So there's a lot of speculation that the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 10 are going to charge much, much slower than, you know, the likes of Samsung. And that's because Apple's accessory partners just announced a fast wireless charger that only outputs 7.5 watts, which is half the speed and half the output of a 15 watt Samsung wireless charger. So the Qi standard allows for up to 15 watts as of version 1.2. So if we're only getting half of that and wireless charging is going half as slow because of that, that's going to be a major bummer. A massive bummer. But we'll just have to wait and see until we get the device in hand and can actually test it. And last but not least, we have a new selfie scene inside the Clips app. So if you've downloaded the Clips app before, it allows you to quickly edit video together, but what the selfie scenes do is they take advantage of that front-facing true depth camera on the iPhone 10, and it immerses you in this whole 360-degree filtered world. So you can see as you move the phone around that it's going to immerse you in this animated landscape. You can go through movie sets or abstract art. So the way that this works is it puts a filter on you, on your body, on your face, and then it separates you from your background. So it puts you in this 3D world. And again, it's 360 degrees. So anywhere that you turn, if you turn in a complete circle, it's going to be able to pan that entire landscape. So it's a nice idea for the Clips app and probably a way that Apple's going to get a whole lot more people to download the application. But I think it's going to be cool to see what this true depth camera can really do, and once it gets into the hands of our developers, to see what they can do with it. All right, guys, that's all I got for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button. Of course, if you guys want to stay up to date with everything Apple or any other tech that I want to cover, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.